and today I'm going to talk about how social media affects mental health. Think about how your day starts. You wake up, you start scrolling, you see perfect vacations, happy couples, and outfits. And then suddenly you start thinking, you're comparing yourself to everybody else before you even leave bed. We all do this. Social media is a huge part of our lives. Whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat, it affects us more than we realize. I've researched this topic through McLean Hospital, UC Davis Health, and NOCD, and found clear links between social media use and mental health. Social media connects people, but when we use it too often or in unhealthy ways, it can harm self-esteem, increase anxiety, and affect emotional well-being. Today I will talk about how social media affects self-esteem, contributes to anxiety and depression, and how we use it in healthier and more mindful ways. So first, let's look how social media shapes the way we see ourselves and our self-worth. Social media strongly impacts how we view ourselves. We constantly exposed to filtered perfection. Even if we know it's fake, we still compare ourselves. McLean Hospital says repeated exposure to these ideal images creates negative social comparison, which lowers confidence and makes us feel inadequate. NOCD explains that each like, comment activates dopamine, which is our brain reward chemical. That's why scrolling feels addictive. We start chasing likes as if it's a proof of our self-worth. Ever post something and delete it because it didn't get enough likes? That builds pressure of stress, insecurity, and anxiety about posting. When we rely on social media for validation, we let others control our self-esteem. So if social media can change how we view ourselves, it's not surprising that it also affects how we feel. Let's talk about how it links to anxiety and depression. Social media connects to higher anxiety and depression levels. McLean Hospital found people who use social media more than 3 hours per day are likely to have poor mental health and sadness. UC Davis Health says endless scrolling causes FOMO, fear of missing out, which makes feeling of inadequacy and isolation. Sleep and focus. Late night scrolling and blue light exposure disrupts sleep, and lack of rest worsens mood and focus. The more we scroll, the less we connect face to face. That disconnection leads to loneliness, even if we're surrounded by people online. Social media can make us feel connected, but it often leaves us feeling drained and detached. The good thing is it doesn't have to stay that way. There are more healthier ways to use social media and protect our mental health. We could use social media in ways that actually help our mental health. Tip 1, set boundaries. UC Davis recommends limiting use to around 30 minutes a day. Short breaks lower anxiety and boosts mood. Use tools like screen time or digital well-being to track use. Tip 2, turn off notifications. Constant buzzing causes pressure. Silence helps focus and relax. Tip 3, follow positive content. Choose creators who use real life motivation and kindness, not just perfect lifestyles. Tip 4, engage intentionally. McLean Hospital says when people use social media to join supportive communities or talk about mental health, it can actually improve emotional well-being. For example, following mental health pages or therapy accounts help people feel supported and seen. Social media can inspire connection and creativity. If we use it mindfully, it's not about quitting, it's about balance. So as we wrap up, let's take a second to reflect on what all this really means for us and how we use social media every day. We talked about how social media influences a self-esteem and body image, contributes to anxiety and depression, and how mindful habits can make it healthier and positive. Social media can connect and inspire us, but when it's overused for validation, it can harm our mental health. Social media isn't going away, but it can choose how it shapes us. Thank you for listening. Remember, the next time you scroll, check how it makes you feel, not just how it looks.